Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. I started sewing 3 years ago. 3 years ago this month. But even before then, whenever I would travel anywhere in the world, I would look for fabric stores. But not just any fabric store. I would look for family-owned fabric stores and find people who were at the minimum 2 generations. I've found people who are 4 generation textile people, and they are the most amazing people ever. You don't just go in looking for something to cover your cushion. You go and you talk to them and you meet them and you ask them what they like and you purchase something. Fabric people like this, textile people, go for broke. They're like booksellers, independent booksellers. They will do anything they can to maintain quality and standards. I found one of these stores, and the store had been taken over by some family members because the woman who owned the store was suffering from Alzheimer's and she was in long-term care facility. So some other family members bought the store from her. And they told me how she didn't remember anybody in the family. In this store, the fabrics were like so amazing and really spendy, but amazing. And she couldn't remember kids or grandkids or anybody. But if you held up a piece of fabric, she would light up and tell you where it came from, what country it came from, who the seller was, in many cases the village that it came from, who the weavers were, the children of those people. She could remember every detail of it. There's something about textile people like this that really connects and weaves, and it's kind of a powerful, amazing, otherworldly kind of thing. I started going intentionally to those folks, and I spend time with them and I build relationship with them, and many of them have been shut down and closed, but because there's a relationship that you've built with them, they'll have things that are at home or near them that they could ship out. And during the pandemic, I've been making masks, and my family never stopped making masks. And I actually started using whatever fabric I had. It didn't matter what it cost or what I had intended to do with it. I made masks with it. And some of those textile people would contact me just to see how I'm doing. And then they'd say, "Do you need anything?" And I'd say, "Yeah, I'm making masks." And they'd send me something to make masks. And I find that people will ask, "Well, where do you get your fabric?" And that's really not the question. It's who are the relationships with? What I'm learning through this is that we want the answers of what it is that someone has, but we don't want to do the how you got there. We don't want to build the relationships that the textile people have built. They build relationship. I found this out once when I said to a guy, "Well, how much is it?" "Well, can you do it for this?" And he goes, "No." And I'll tell you why. Because if I do it for that amount, then the family of the weavers, they will suffer. No. He snatched the fabric out of my hand and said, "Go to Joann's, go to one of those places." And I just laughed and I snatched the fabric back and said, "Thank you for teaching me." Our lives are built on relationship, or they should be. Use this time right now to build the relationship, to build the community that you need and want to have. If it's around books, respect it. If it's around Facebook posts, respect it. If it's around family, respect it. Everything is a relationship. Build it, nurture it, feed it, take care of it. Don't just ask for what someone else has without being willing to build some kind of relationship, to walk into that door, to spend the time, the quality quality time to get what it is that you desire. I love you, and I love that you're willing to spend this time with me building a relationship. I love you.